Gabe asked me, how excited should I be as a Badgers fan right now from Madison, Wisconsin? Very excited. To the point, Gabe, where I think this is relevant to talk about in a sphere beyond just Wisconsin fans. You paying attention in the Big Ten? Better be. Better be. It's an interesting thing about Wisconsin. It takes nuance and maturity to talk about Wisconsin football. You got one crowd out there that because they haven't cracked the playoff field just yells, oh, they suck. Wisconsin sucks. This program has 10 double-digit wins this millennium. They don't suck. And then you got the other crowd that says, yeah, that's proof that they're an elite program. Pump the brakes. They're not elite. They don't suck. They've just been pretty solid. That's what Wisconsin has been. Not able to break through into the top tier by any stretch. They're not in tier 5 by any stretch. Just a good, solid program. That takes nuance and maturity. And congratulations to us for having that conversation. But changes were needed. And they fired Paul Chryst last year. Surprised a lot of people. But they fired him. That wasn't the biggest surprise. The biggest surprise is they landed Luke Fickell. That was the biggest surprise. And he brought in Phil Longo as his offensive coordinator. I had a DM from one of our longtime viewers, and it was responding to just some video from Wisconsin spring practice. And I think it was Nick Evers, who may not even start at quarterback for him. He's one transfer from Oklahoma. Tanner Mordecai transferred from SMU, and he may be the starter up there. But it was just video of a deep sideline pass, just a simple go route, a contested ball, receiver comes down with it, and Wisconsin fans, that's enough to get them excited. And one guy DM'd me and said, Josh, I'm spooked. It's like someone pimped my ride, and I'm just waiting for the taxes to hit. That was from Nathan. They don't know how to handle good offense up there. They don't know how to handle explosive offense. Let me rephrase that. They know how to handle running the ball, but they don't know how to handle explosivity in the passing game. They're going to try it or die trying because Phil Longo, he understands what he inherited. I've listened to him talk. He says it'd be stupid for me not to utilize the run game, but there are certain principles we believe in, and we're not going to abandon them, and they're going to throw the ball at Wisconsin in this economy? Wow. And so they're going to do that this year. They got some transfer help there. I don't know if they're done in the portal this cycle either, but the media rights theory, I keep going back to this with Wisconsin. I'm a believer in this. The media rights theory is simply this. There's this bar that was good enough up until recently in the Big Ten for non-Tier 1 programs. So Ohio State's got to be elite. Michigan, they've got to try to be elite. Penn State, they got to try and be elite. Wisconsin didn't have to try to be elite. Nebraska, Iowa, they didn't have to try to be elite. They could tell you they were, they could pretend, but no one was going to be mad in the league office or at Fox or at ESPN, etc., if Wisconsin wasn't elite. It's not good enough anymore because they're paying you in the billions now. And with all due respect, you got to give me more than Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State if I'm paying you that much money. I think Wisconsin knew that, and I think that got disseminated very clearly in Lincoln, Nebraska as well. And so when it came time to make decisions, they didn't hesitate. Scott Frost, gone. Paul Chryst, gone. Not just that. Who do they bring in? Luke Fickell was the hottest G5 coaching commodity in America. There were 10 programs that I thought could land him before Wisconsin, and Wisconsin got him. And they were willing to do what it took to get him. And ditto with Matt Rule. Matt Rule, once upon a time, blew it up at Baylor. He goes to the NFL. It doesn't work out. Nebraska landed him. Nebraska. Those are two Big Ten programs that have not exactly lit up the front page, figuratively, of course, in the college football world. And now all of a sudden the media rights theory, in my opinion, is simply with more money up there is more pressure to spend at a high level, to invest at a high level, and to not accept anything less than a high level. And this also, part two of that theory, is why I think changes may be on the horizon at Iowa. What has been good enough there, I just don't think will be considered good enough for very much longer. That's a good thing for the conference. It can be uncomfortable in the meantime, but it's a good thing for the conference. And yes, absolutely, if I'm a Wisconsin fan, absolutely, you should be excited.